is our theme. We're reconstructing our cultural identity, because when the world gets global, it's very easy to get lost in an identity that is also a global identity. That's okay, but we have to maintain who we are, and that's the mission of the Elgon Festival, is to preserve our cultural heritage. Now, we have 9 ethnicities of the Elgon, as is Ua, right? From Kotido to the Soga to Samia. So we have 9 ethnicities that are participating in the festival, and they're going to all showcase their cultural heritages, cultural food, cultural attire, cultural dance and costume. And it's a Renaissance festival. A Renaissance means we date back to what ideally our ancestors, when you say preserve, that's what you mean. We want to date back and see what is it that they used to do, what did they used to eat, what did they used to wear. And we basically wanted to showcase that so that we can preserve what it is that is who we are. And number 2, another mission of the Elgon Festival is to educate the younger generation so that they cannot forget who they are and where they come from. And that's a big one for us, and we encourage especially parents to bring their children to learn about all these cultures, to experience the foods, to ideally understand why we did things a certain way, what worked for us, what did not work, so that we can have a future that is actually seen, and we can determine what it will look like just knowing where we came from. And number 3 is to entertain. As you know, all the cultural performances are all very entertaining. We want tourists to come and see the beauty of our cultures, to see the beauty of our dances, to see the beauty of who we are. And so that's another aspect of the Elgon Festival. The overall vision of the Elgon Festival is to make this an international cultural tourism product. We know that the uniqueness of who we are is an attraction to so many people. You do know that Mbale is the 2nd largest carnival in the world. So with that, how do we make economic sense out of that for our people? If we have this as an international cultural tourism product, imagine how many people will visit this town just to see that. The Karamojongs are so amazing. They have like this amazing culture and amazing aura. So we have all these people coming in. I actually like to name all the ethnicities so that people can know who's coming in. We have the Karamojong, we have the Teso, which is also Kenya, Uganda, both sides. So the Atekere, all will be represented. We'll have Basoga coming in, Bagwere, Banyole, Bamasava, Samia, Japadola. Did I miss somebody? Ansapin. Oh, Ansapin, how could I forget? So Ansapin. So we have those 9 ethnicities who are going to be represented, and we're really excited for everybody to see what's coming. Oh, and plus we have entertainment from our young artists, from the older generation, and mostly from here. We have 3 major national artists. That's just to help us pull in the crowds, but mostly we are very interested in promoting our local talent. So yeah, that's basically what the festival is all.
Not only are we showing how united we're supposed to be, not only are we going to sell our culture, we are also going to entertain whoever's coming around. Entertainment is a very key aspect in our festival, because people travel for a lot of things, but one of the most important things is entertainment. Yeah, people will see all those other things, but they want to be entertained. We have a lot of cultural troops. Every tribe is going to showcase a cultural dance and a cultural performance. And we have a lot of artists. We have artists from Kenya and we have artists from Uganda. The main artists that are going to have the festival is Shiba, Maddox, and Arrow from Kenya. With the festival, we're trying to give our local artists platform to try and rub their shoulders, all these international artists, and try to put their music out there. So we have a lineup of all these interesting local artists from all these regions, from all the ethnicities that are hosted in this festival. So expect to have a very good entertainment set, expect to have very nice performances from our artists. Yeah. We also expect we expect a lot of people who are coming in from different countries. We have people coming in from Germany. We have a lot of people coming in from Kenya. We have people coming in from South Africa. We have people coming in from Congo and even Rwanda. So we expect that we're going to have a lot of these people that we have to show whatever we have. We have to show them our cultures and what we have to present at this festival. So expect a lot. Come to have fun, come to enjoy, and make sure you be there and enjoy responsibly. That's the most important thing. Let's be responsible as we enjoy this festival because we expect to give you so much. We also have a bullfighting, which is a very key and entertaining aspect from the Bagisu that we're going to showcase on Saturday. So make sure you be there for all these activities. Our programs are all over the place online, so check out the programs and be sure what exactly you want to. This Friday, we're going to be at the Elgon Museum. We have the preparty at the Elgon Museum, which we are calling Shishalulo. Shishalulo is preparty in Bagisu. We have invested the word as the Elgon Festival team. So we have Shishalulo on Friday, and the Shishalulo is going to be more of a launch of the festival. We're going to have a lot of dignitaries coming from Uganda and from Kenya that are going to be gracing the event. We'll have speeches from a few of the dignitaries we've invited, and then we'll have a few cultural performances to try and set up for the next day. Most of the people are going to be staying at the Elgon Museum because it's going to also be a camping site, but we're going to have mini cultural performances. We're going to have a Kadodi showdown. We're also going to have a storytelling session on that same day. And then we crown it with a DJ performance. Then on Saturday morning, we'll converge at cricket grounds for the cultural parade. We expect that the cultural parade, we're going to be converging from the cricket grounds from 8 to 9. The cultural parade will set off at exactly 9. We expect that it will take close to 2 hours to reach Mbale SS grounds. So from Mbale SS grounds is when we shall start with the cultural performances. Every ethnicity is going to present a traditional performance, an instrumental solo, and a dance. Then also they will present to us their beauty queen. So it's going to be various performances from every ethnicity. UWA is going to be awarding the winning ethnicities. We're so proud of them that they're going to be helping us to do that. That's going to be the second day. Around 7 is when we start with our artists. Around 10 is when we have, in the first day, we have Arrow Boy from Kenya, and then we also have Shiba performing. Then on the next day, that is Sunday, we'll start with, we're going to have people go to a few of the tourist sites that we have in the Elgon region. We have Nero Rock painting, we have Tororo Rock, we are looking at Sipi, and also Wanali. So we're going to have a few groups go to these places in the mornings. And then at around 4 is when we start our bullfighting on Sunday. After the bullfighting, we'll have a fashion show. And after the fashion show, we'll give out the awards to the winning ethnicities. Then we have the final concert, which will be crowned by Maddox Sematin. Yeah, that's how the
Elgon Festival organizers we are looking at different things. The direction of planning in government generally is turning towards tourism as one of the biggest foreign income earners for the country, and then government cannot do that until otherwise the local communities, the local governments across begin working with the local communities and the private sector in their respective areas to promote areas of tourism. That's why Mbale comes in, and if I can give a quick one, the Elgon Festival expects that it may attracting not less than 5,000 people. And if we only attracted 5,000 people, and on average somebody is spending at least 30,000 shillings in what? In Mbale during the 3 days, spending 10,000 on a daily basis, then we shall have 5,000 times 30,000. That alone in 3 days shall have brought to Mbale City Council about 150 million shillings injected in the local economy. As Mbale City, what are we getting from that? If they are going to pay taxes to us, if the people had failed to pay taxes, at least we shall not have less than 20 or 30 million shillings paid to Mbale City Council in terms of what? In terms of taxes. That is the reason we join in with the Elgon Festival and appreciate the organizers for coming up with a vision of making this an annual event that we shall have it Our plans right now, as I was discussing with my chief executive this morning, the town clerk, before I came here, one, immediately after the festival, the next thing is our tourism sector working with the organizer of the festival to ensure that we have the Elgon Festival registered on the tourism calendar of Uganda for as an annual event in this country, that people shall always keep coming there, and during that period of the year, we shall always be expecting a number of incomes from them. One, that leaving that alone, if 5,000 people came here, about 2,000 of them may not have visited Mbale. When they go back, they will be speaking about Mbale, and therefore Mbale will be being put on the map and it will be being marketed across different arenas. That's the reason that this time around we came in and joined up the Elgon Festival organizers right from the beginning to the end of the whole thing, so that if there are issues to answer, then we all come in and answer them jointly. But we also know that we are a regulatory entity, and we are coming in to ensure that every regulation, every legal aspect is taken care of, to ensure that we have an event that is properly organized, an event that is marketable, an event that is sellable, an event that people will always look forward to being part of in the future. There are a number of other key things behind the scenes that we are working together with the Elgon Festival organizers, but as of now, those are some of the major key things that make us part of this and make us be proud of the private sector in leading the tourism promotion in Mbale City. We would like to appreciate the organizers and the vision bearers of this for making and seeing it very important that they join up with the Mbale City in organizing for this event.